Hello out there. Hello to all the hominoids in the crowd. March 17th, 2024, the year of our Lord. Gather here today on St. Patrick's Day, a day of, for many, of feasting on alcoholic beverages and saying Happy St. Patrick's Day to one another and maybe eating corned beef and potatoes, cabbage maybe if you're lucky. And probably a lot of people might be in a similar to me where I really don't know what St. Patrick's Day is all about. Not too sure. I'm sure it has to do with St. Patrick, to whom I know nothing about. But I would love to be informed on the subject. And it is actually one of the holidays that I have learned to appreciate more than I guess some others. Not my favorite holiday, but it's fun. My wife makes it exciting, and I think it's for a lot of people. This holiday is kind of like a connection to these roots that they have, whether it's direct or indirect. People move, people come, people go. My kids have been hunting for leprechauns for quite some time. The youngest was setting up her trap last night. The two middle ones, they may be they may be changing. They may not believe in leprechauns anymore. It's interesting to grasp on the idea of believing to the magic of believing in something. makes me kind of wonder how the formation of this particular realm is upheld. Kind of what was going through my head was repetition. If you say something enough times, then it's true, which some of us call brainwashing or propaganda. It's interesting to think how far will we forcibly try to make fact out of fiction. The other question is, if you believe in something, if you're convinced and your conviction is strong, does it materialize like the people who are promoting the book, The Secret? Does it work like that, where if you believe it with all you have, does it manifest itself in your life? Without diving deep into my thoughts on this, I kind of feel like it does and it doesn't. Like there is this profound emergence that flowers from our perspective, our position, our beliefs. Maybe that's just because of the stimuli that and the programming that have led up to this thought. Now, as we think about ourselves in our vibrational form, everything changes, doesn't it? because then it seems like it would make a lot of sense that when your vibration changes, your output and connection changes significantly, if you think about it, same as vibrations, you think about it as of yourself as a form of light waves. And you understand that getting in contact with different frequencies will formulate the waves in different ways, then it makes a bit more sense to me that there's at least some degree of magic that we can dictate through our field of awareness. So the question seems like how far can you go if you're willing to go at all, or how far should you go? Do you see yourself as a creator? I think I have an interesting perspective on, at least I'm interested in my perspective on some of this stuff. And I am content with what I have created thus far. And it is flavored with all the 5 major tastes. You got your umami, sour, and so on. You have your moments of peace. You have your battles. You have your wars. There's an interesting gentleman that I'd like to listen to, and I haven't listened to him for a while. His name is Tom Campbell, or Campbell, if you will. I like to say Campbell and pronunciate that P. Get some P right there. and he talks about some far out stuff. And he worked with, drawn a bit of a blank. If anybody out there knows, help me out here. But I'll skip through it and maybe try to remember. He worked with, I got it. It's so close. It's so close. Okay, they worked with Hemisync therapy to induce things like lucid dreaming and remote viewing and healing and things like that. And they use these two wave patterns, one that goes into your left ear, one that goes into your right ear, to merge your consciousness into a specific vibrational constitution so that you can achieve unordinary states of reality and do maybe unordinary things. And I say maybe not because I don't believe in the possibility. I say maybe because maybe we only call them unordinary. Maybe we only call this an ordinary state of reality. His greater idea of our existence here on this earthly plane is very similar to simulation theories. And he definitely had some pretty cool chats with the mathematician, and I'm losing, not can't remember his name at the moment. He's all over YouTube. This mathematician who's, if you just look up simulation theory, you will see him. He talks with a lot of people, goes on a lot of podcasts and shows and streams, and discusses his theory, the theory that he's working on, and the math involved. I have no clue. Um, how we even got here. Oh, yes, the secret. I don't know if you ever go online. If you ever go online, if you, I'm gonna get the name. So Focus 10, Focus 12, Monroe Institute. Okay, so Tom Campbell, yay. He worked with, I want to say Robert Monroe, and Robert Monroe founded the Monroe Institute that did some very interesting work with remote viewing and other conscientious things, astral travel. You know, if you want to try this out, if you go to YouTube and type in HemiSync Monroe Institute, I like Focus 10. That's probably the one that I've done the most. And it's very interesting. You start out with a little bit of resonant tuning, and then you do a something like an affirmation, and then you get guided into relaxing by kind of focusing on different regions of your physical body. And as you're doing so, there's different sound stimuli that builds up to kind of the final meditation or synchronicity or whatever you want to call it of this particular practice. And depending on who or what is around me, you know, sometimes when I'm doing the resonant tuning in the beginning, I may or may not make noise. I might just do the tuning within, which I don't think is quite as prolific as doing and invigorating as having an audible, powerful inward and outward vibrational force. One of the things that I think of in the form of creation is dreams. I had a dream, I believe it was November-ish of last year, and I realized that I was dreaming. And this is not totally out of the ordinary. It doesn't happen all the time for me, but it's not out of the ordinary. And when I realized this, that I was in the dream, I was listening to a family member talk that had recently passed away. And I remember in that dream being in awe of it, thinking, how is it so that I could focus on this person speaking and they're talking in details, and I can be aware of the physical constructs around me and other happenings. How can it be so that I'm doing all these things with my mind? And in another dream, I was at some strange kind of like shopping mall thing, and I was having a conversation with somebody who was working at one of the shops, and this person was my friend in the stream, and there was people talking, and a horde of people shopping and talking and doing all these different things, and I'm wondering, how is it possible that my mind is painting such a impossibly intricate labyrinth of movements and interactions and conversations, and then the question, the natural next question, right, was, if indeed I'm orchestrating all of this happening in my dreams, just how much am I involved in orchestrating the portion of the experience that takes place in waking life, or what many will call reality? I don't feel confident that I have an answer. I don't feel confident that I am necessarily the sole creator of my dreamscape. I think it's out of the question. For anyone who has had a psychedelic experience, the powerful doors of perception and perspective most likely in unpredictable ways. Now, if you got the thumbnail on this random stream, I hope you notice that very beautiful and visible moon. And at the bottom, it's not very dense at that moment, but you'll see a kind of a line that's on the lower part of the stratosphere. That doesn't look very healthy. That doesn't look natural. When I brought this this pattern up to a friend of mine who was seeing, tic-tac-toe formations in the sky. called them scars. And he related them to his own scars. And I thought that was beautiful. I felt that it was much more mature than my just being angry. And I don't think it's in a way where we say, yeah, we're scarring up our earth and we're scarring up our sky. Oh well. It's more, for me at least, it's more of a yearning to heal, a reason to apologize to the earth, to ourselves, to our children, and to our grandchildren, to our animal friends and plant friends, and to take some responsibility amongst ourselves for our situation and for the process of converting these harmful habits and energies and actions into energies and actions and conscientious caring. I know I'm pissed off about a lot of things. I don't want to find myself just being pissed off. And maybe in time I graduate past being pissed off at all and strategically take action on the behalf of myself and on the behalf of the planet with the tools That I have. Well, I thank you for chilling out with me for a little bit, talking about nothing. Talking to myself in figure eights. Yeah, good things, good things. Enjoy this day. Do what you do. I'll do what I do. And we shall get together soon. All right, much love and peace.